The first double-decker buses appeared in London in 1851. They were invented to help carry the thousands of people who visited the great exhibition that was held that year. The first double-deckers were rather different from those we see today. They were pulled by horses, and they didn't have a roof. It wasn't until 1925 that the first fully covered bus appeared. Today there are 3,500 double-deckers in London alone. There are 7 different types, and they can carry as many as 89 passengers. Most large cities and towns in Britain have double-decker buses. They're also used in South Africa, Australia, the Netherlands, Singapore, Hong Kong and Berlin. The British Parliament has become the model that is followed by all democratic countries. It is the main law-making body in Britain and consists of 2 houses, the House of Lords and the House of Commons.
No, it shouldn't be run for bankers and speculators.
The House of Commons has 651 elected members. Here, all new laws are debated. Sometimes the debates last for many hours, and they can become extremely heated.
It wasn't worth waiting for, I have to tell the right honourable gentleman.
Order! Order! And order in this house. Tony Blair!
In 1605, there was an unsuccessful attempt to blow up the Houses of Parliament. The failure of the gunpowder plot, as it's known, is celebrated every year on November the 5th. The typical milkman gets up at about 3 o'clock in the morning to start his daily round, delivering milk to the doorsteps of about 500 houses. "95% of British people think that having milk delivered by the milkman is a great tradition which should not be lost. But only 40% actually buy their milk from the milkman. However, that is still 4.45 billion pints of milk each year. And most milk is delivered in glass bottles. Mass production of milk bottles started in the 1920s when pasteurization was introduced. Having treated the milk to kill bacteria, it was very important that it was protected. Today, these bottles are washed and reused at least 12 times. Cricket is a game played by 2 teams of 11 players. One team bowls and the other team bats. The team who are batting try to hit the ball as far as possible. The other team tried to hit the wicket. Yes! Or catch the ball to get the batsman out. The winning team is the one that scores the most runs.
The first known cricket rules were written in 1744, and the sport's governing body, the Marylebone Cricket Club, known as the MCC, was formed in 1787. Cricket matches can last from an afternoon to 5 days for an international game, which is called a test match. The English country garden originated in medieval times. Then it was a place to grow herbs like parsley, sage and rosemary, which were used to flavour food. Gradually, other plants were introduced, especially flowers for decoration. Walls were built to give shelter to delicate plants, and gardens became more ornamental. English gardens today contain hundreds of varieties of flowers, fruit and vegetables. Many of these didn't originally grow in Britain. Gardening has become one of the most popular British hobbies. If you're good at making things grow, then you're said to have green fingers. The British weather has a bad reputation. People are always complaining about it, and going abroad for holidays has become a popular way of avoiding it. In fact, the British climate is actually quite good. The winters are relatively mild and the summers are not too hot. Many other places are much wetter. Even northern Spain and Portugal have more rain than some parts of Britain. The problem is that the weather here is very changeable. This is because Britain is an island on the edge of Europe and might receive wet weather from the Atlantic, hot weather from Africa, or cold weather from the Arctic. It's quite nice today, though. Stonehenge on Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire is one of the most mysterious prehistoric sites in Britain. Who built it? Why did they build it? How did they build it? The stone circle was built approximately 4,500 years ago, probably as a site for religious ceremonies. Stonehenge may also have been used as an astronomic observatory. Watching the sun and moon rise over certain stones would have shown the exact time of year. These stones weigh nearly 4 tons. The people who built Stonehenge probably dragged some of these stones all the way from South Wales, a distance of almost 400 kilometres.